The Miami Heat, they're one of those teams, I believe, that is a legit dark horse to get out of the East and make it to an NBA Finals. But they're a team that no one's really considering or talking about or putting on their radar. A lot of the attention is going to teams like the Philadelphia 76ers, and rightfully so. James Harden and Joel Embiid, that duo already looks great. The Brooklyn Nets, they're waiting for the arrival of Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and KD. They're ready to see what that big three is capable of. You got the defending champion, the Milwaukee Bucks. You got the Chicago Bulls that are just everybody's talking point right now with how well DeRozan has been playing. But the Heat, they've sneakily been good. And this is a team that nobody is really talking about as a legitimate threat in the East. I mean, no one on NBA Today has the Heat as their favorites in the East. I saw a video on YouTube. This is a squad that you got to start paying attention to. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the Miami Heat and what nobody is noticing about the Miami Heat during their solid campaign. Before we get into it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, let's ring the bell. Let's blow this video up. If you're a Heat fan, definitely sub it up. If you're an NBA fan, sub it up, because I'm coming out with videos just like this almost every single day. So you definitely want to keep it locked and loaded on this YouTube channel. You look at the Miami Heat. They are currently in a back and forth battle with the Chicago Bulls for first place. They have the NBA's number 7 offense and number 5 defense, and this is according to Cleaning the Glass. And what's amazing about what the Heat are doing is how the Heat have positioned themselves in this home stretch, atop of the conference, and they haven't even had their full complement of talent all at once. Erik Spoelstra is arguably one of the best coaches in the NBA today, and he's constantly mixing and matching, exploring and experimenting with this Heat group. He's making the shifts, schematic tweaks, and rotation shifts that puts whatever collection of players out there in the best position to succeed. And what I'm about to tell you is incredible. The Heat have gone 17-8 without Bam Adebayo. They have gone 12-7 without Jimmy Butler. 9-4 without a guy who I think is going to win the 6th Man of the Year in Tyler Hero. And they have gone 8-5 without Kyle Lowry. The Miami Heat are winning games, and they're atop of the East, despite missing a lot of their key players for good portions of this season. And that is because the Heat have gotten the most out of guys that you would look on any other team and they would be a mere afterthought. Let's take a guy like Max Strus. He barely got by training camp with a contract, and now he's splashing threes amongst the best of them. I mean, this dude has been shooting the lights out in some of these games. You take another guy like Gabe Vincent. He went from a G League player to a credible reserve to Kyle Lowry. And then you got Omar Yurtseven. He went from a bunch of DNPs and playing in garbage time to a legitimate rotation piece when Adebayo went down, and he responded by averaging a double-double for 6 weeks. Caleb Martin is another name that has been a big impact for this Heat team. I mean, he went from playing almost no minutes on a sub-500 Hornets team to now playing 20-plus minutes guarding some of the toughest covers in the NBA. So it's remarkable how the Heat have been able to adjust to having so many of their key players in and out of the lineup. If one of their big name players go down, they're still a dangerous team. And their record is indicative of that. I mean, this team has constantly been able to win games, racking up their win total. And it's impressive that despite everything that's gone on, they are in a position to have the number 1 seed in the East. But the scary part in all of this is Miami is starting to get healthy. And you look at this team getting guys back like Lowry, Jimmy Butler, Victor Oladipo, remember him? Yeah, he's still on this Heat team. He joined the Heat at the 2021 NBA trade deadline and has only made 4 appearances before undergoing season-ending surgery on his right quadriceps tendon. But there's optimism that Victor Oladipo could return to the lineup within the next 2 weeks. This is according to ESPN's Woj. And Markieff Morris, he still hasn't been seen, or he still hasn't played, after he suffered an injury at the hands of Nikola Jokic back in November, but he did travel with the team to New York for Friday's meeting with the Knicks. So there is optimism that he too could return soon, if healthy. I mean, Oladipo, he's going to be a perfect fit for the second unit of Miami that could really use another shot creator and a guy who can drive to the basket. And Morris would provide another pick and pop big with the size to shoot over smaller defenders on the block. Both of those players added to this team will definitely help a Miami team that ranks 13th in points per half-court possession. So this is telling of how elite Miami's depth is. But on top of their depth, what hasn't gotten much talk this season is that the Heat, they boast one of the NBA's most versatile defenses. A defense that is built to be one of the NBA's best switching defense. I mean, you look at what Miami has been able to do defensively, the starting defense of Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker, alongside Duncan Robinson, has been as advertised. They're limiting opponents to the tune of a microscopic 91.9 points per 100 possessions, which is second best in the league among lineups to log at least 200 possessions. That's when Miami is healthy. That's what their defense is capable of doing. And then on offense, you can always expect that guys like Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero, they're all capable of going off. I mean, all four of those players had double figures in a win over the Knicks on Friday night. Miami has multiple guys who can get hot and get it going. You look at Miami down the stretch here. They have the league's second most home-heavy remaining schedule, and this is according to NBA.com's John Schumann. Before we continue on with the video, I just want to quickly mention that today's video sponsor is Dave & Buster's. You can check out your local Dave & Buster's and let them know that Luca Rosano sent you. They are the proud sponsor of this YouTube channel. They are open, ready to go, as you can enjoy a great time at Dave & Buster's, play their great games, enjoy their great food, and have an overall great time as you catch your favorite sporting event live at Dave & Buster's, the proud sponsor of the Luca Rosano YouTube channel. And you look at the Heat's competition of teams that are trying to triumph them in the East. The Bucks, Bulls, Celtics, and Sixers all have a tougher remaining schedule than the Miami Heat, and this is according to Tankathon's analysis. So you mix the Heat's favorable final stretch here with the fact that they are getting healthy, there's no reason why Unpredictable's model gives the Heat a 72% chance of finishing as the East's #1 seed. So again, while all the talk right now is on teams like the Bulls, the Sixers, the Bucks, and the Heat, this Heat team could turn heads once again. And don't be surprised if they do make it to their second NBA Finals in 3 years. It's time to start taking notice of what this Miami Heat team is doing. The Miami Heat, they would not be afraid of going up against any team, I think, in a 7-game series. This is a team that if they continue to play at the level that they're playing at, in all likelihood, they'll be #1 or #2. They'll have home court advantage. They'll be looking to make a splash in a very crowded and competitive Eastern Conference right now. Miami has shown that despite guys being out, they have been able to remain atop of the ladder. And that to me is very impressive because you have that happen to any other team and the result might not be the same. I know the Bulls have done a great job of responding with guys being out, but it's far few in between of teams that can actually look good with their star players being out. And now that Miami is coming back and they're coming back healthy, it's going to be interesting to see what this Heat team can do. So keep them on your radar and keep your eyes open for the Miami Heat. Let me know what your thoughts have been of the Heat this season. Do you think this is a legitimate team that can make it out of the East? Do you agree, disagree? Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't new. Plus, ring the bell. Drop a comment down below. I read them all. Follow me on social media where we can keep the conversation rolling. And that is it. As always, thank you so much for watching. This is Luca Rosano on the mic. And I'll catch you all again in the next video.